when my parents first got a Ninja, my dad hated it so much because you had to like line up everything perfectly for it to be sealed that he made my sister go into the recycle and like get the old blender out because he couldn't figure out how to work the Ninja. Sorry, Dad. It's a really funny story though. Like, God, I can't do this. Shakes are the best way, I think, to get a lot of your micronutrients in for your day. So you can add lots of stuff to them to get your vitamins, your minerals, obviously your macronutrients as well, your protein, carbs, and fat. And you can make a giant shake, you can make a small shake, just kind of depends on what you want. So we're gonna start with our scale here and going back to our tare. So we have 0. So again, milliliters and grams are the same. When it comes to this stuff. So what I do as far as my milk, and I use almond milk, soy milk, whatever I have on hand, is I just go to see the serving size is 1 cup and that's 240 milliliters. So I'm looking to pull 240 here. You don't have to follow the serving sizes exactly since you are measuring because you can record whatever you end up putting in there. But for the ease of this, we're just gonna go with the serving sizes. So then we'll tear this out, and then the next thing is protein. So you pick your favorite protein powder. It can be whey, it can be vegan, it can be rice protein, it can be whey isolate, hydrolyzed, whatever you like. The most important thing that I try to do is just pick the best quality. Don't just buy one that's, you know, 30 bucks at Costco because it's 30 bucks at Costco. Like, do a little bit of research, find a good quality one. So for my protein, I have a peanut butter flavored protein, and our serving size is gonna be 2 scoops, so that's 46 grams. So I've already teared out my scale here, so we're gonna go for 46 grams, make a scoop. All right, cool, that gives me 22, and then 41, and what are we going for, 46? All right, sometimes it's like a scoop and a half, whatever. I'm probably just gonna go over at this point. Let's do. All right, that's fine. I ended up with 51 grams, but that's fine because we can change that in MyFitnessPal anyway. So then we'll add, come on. So then we'll add some berries. I usually do berries. You can do bananas, you can do whatever fruit you like, fresh, frozen, I don't care. I like frozen because it kind of eliminates the need to use ice. Because it's already frozen, so it's gonna keep it cold. So our serving size for our berries is 140 grams. I don't want that many, so I'm gonna cut that in half and just go for 70 grams. So I'm gonna tear out my scale again. Obviously you can do all 140 grams, but I don't really need to. And I like to do half too because I like to save my carbohydrates for other things. So if I wanna eat a sandwich later, I'm not using all of my stuff on berries. So I've got 70 grams here, so we're gonna 0 that out. And then we're gonna add some greens here. Now, greens are totally up to you. I don't normally add greens to my shake. It's not my favorite thing in the world. But again, if you are looking for maximizing your micronutrients in one fell swoop, this is a good way to do it. So, oh shit, I didn't realize the whole thing came off. I'm gonna drop this everywhere. So we're just going to add, all right, that sounds good. 17 grams, perfect. And this is just an organic power greens of baby spinach and baby scale, and it says it's good for juicing and blending, so that's good. And then we're gonna 0 that out again. Now the next things, you don't necessarily have to put into your MyFitnessPal. This is stuff that I do for me. So one of the things is I'm gonna add just a tiny bit of turmeric to my shake. Don't add a lot because it'll be the spiciest shake you've ever had. I did that once by accident. Really all you need out of this is no more than 1/4 teaspoon. And even that might be kind of pushing it. But your turmeric, it's super good for you. It's, you know, not a spice that people think of all the time. It has a bunch of scientific benefits that I don't know all of them off the top of my head, so I'm not gonna rattle a bunch off, but yay, science. And it's good for you. So we're gonna use that. And then we have our ground organic flax seeds. And this I'm gonna use a tablespoon. The big thing with flax seeds is that they have what are called lignans. So it's supposed to be like a really good cancer fighting, I don't even know what to call it, molecule, nutrient, whatever. And it's also got 3 grams of omega-3s, fiber, all that good stuff. And for me, so I'm a plant-based person, and so I make sure that I'm getting my omega-3s in other ways. So flax seeds, chia seeds, hemp seeds, all of those things are gonna provide those omega-3s and 6s that I don't necessarily get naturally from my diet. So, all right, we got that. Now the last thing I like to do, so however liquidy you want your shake to be is totally up to you. I like my shake to be pretty liquidy, so what I do is I add water at the end instead of adding more milk. So I'm gonna come over to the fridge. Oh, you know what? Can I steal a water bottle?
That's fine.
Okay, I'm just gonna do it that way. That'll be easy. So we have a water bottle from the fridge, and we're just going to add a good chunk of it. All right, we'll start there and see how that does for us. I'll throw this on here. When my parents first got a Ninja, my dad hated it so much because you had to like line up everything perfectly for it to be sealed that he made my sister go into the recycle and like get the old blender out because he couldn't figure out how to work the Ninja. Sorry, Dad. It's a really funny story though. Like, God, I can't do this. So we have 3 settings here. I don't know, we'll go pulse, see how that goes. Cool. And we have a shake. No, I'm gonna release this over this thing so it doesn't get everywhere. Oh yeah, it's nice and liquidy. I just like to drink them fast. I don't want them to be like a malt milkshake, you know? Cups.
I like them thick.
You do thick ones?
I use some type of...
It's like, I mean, it's totally personal preference. Like, I don't understand people who eat really liquidy oatmeal.
Oh yeah, no, it's
Have you seen that?
That's disgusting.
Like, it's super weird and it's just like oats and like...
Water.
Yeah. Oh, can we do it out of the Illinois River?
Oh yeah, definitely.
River to river relay. Perfect. Oh, I guess I could have kept the cap on for like pouring it, but that's fine.
Gosh, it's perfect. You get to see it.
Yeah. All right. Taste test. I don't normally put like greens in my shake, so I hope I'm not gonna be like, wow. Sick. That's really good. Yay! That worked out nice. So again, the shakes are gonna be beneficial because you're gonna get a good chunk of your protein out of the way. You're gonna get some fast carbohydrates from either your fruit, whether it's berries or bananas. You can add a lot of other stuff to this too. You can go peanut butter, you can go almond butter if you want more fat or if you like that flavor. You can add more protein. I'll a lot of times do 3 scoops of my protein, just again because I don't eat meat, so that gives me an extra bit of protein. But again, it's totally up to you, and you can kind of create the shakes however you want. So the next thing we need to do is put this into MyFitnessPal, because that's the whole point, is tracking things. All right, so the first thing you're gonna do is pull up your MyFitnessPal app. It'll bring you to your home screen. And then you have 2 options here to redirect to add food. There's a little plus sign at the bottom. You can click that. It's gonna say add food, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. I'm gonna plug it into my breakfast, even though it's 1 in the afternoon, whatever. Oh, it's 3 in the afternoon, shit. And then you can start adding food from there. And then the other option is where it says calories remaining or macros remaining, however you have this like first part up here set. If you click on that, it's just gonna take you over to your day. And then you can add food in one of the sections here if you want to. So it's gonna say a little add food option. Either one is fine. So the first thing we did is added our protein. So I already have that Orgain peanut butter flavored protein on my phone, so I just searched for it real quick. Add it here. And then I'm gonna change the gram setting over to 54 grams because that's what I used. scoops, 1 scoop, 1 container, 1 gram, 46 grams. It's just gonna give you a bunch of different options for how you want to measure your serving size. And what I like to do as much as possible, because I do weigh stuff on a scale, is change it over to 1 gram. And then I hit my check mark. And then you change the number of servings to however many grams you actually used. So I think I used 54, cool. So we're gonna check mark that. And again, once you start building this huge base of foods that you use on a regular basis, when you scroll down, it's gonna say add frequently paired foods. So you're automatically gonna have, you know, like a pre-built protein shake in there pretty much. So let's see what we have down here. All right, so we're just gonna add that to my day. Then we're gonna go add food. And the next thing we're gonna do is actually scan in this guy. So what we do here is we flip it over and we look for our little barcode. And then you've got a little barcode scanner right at the top here. Press that, and you're gonna scan it over your barcode. Then it's gonna pull up your food. Organic baby spinach and baby kale. I have maybe had it not find something 1 time in all the years of using this. So again, it's gonna give you a serving size. I wanna change that to 1 gram if I can, and I can here. And then we're gonna go 16 grams, because that's how many I used. Boop. Cool. And it's gonna break it down, it's just 5 calories, not a lot of stuff going on here. But again, what we're really looking for are those micronutrients. We've got a little bit of vitamin A and vitamin C added in there. So we'll add that. And then we're gonna add food. I'm going to, I might have this in mine already, but just in case, we're gonna scan this again and go to our almond milk. Perfect. We used 1 cup, so I can already stay with that serving size. I don't need to change it since I measured it by the serving size that was on the carton. So we'll add that there. And then we do our flax seeds. Let's see if I already have this in here. Oh, perfect. So organic ground flax seeds. So you see I just started typing in flax seeds into the top, and it pulled up 2 options here. These are the 2 brands that I've used before. So I'm gonna go ahead and add a tablespoon of that. It says the serving size is 2 tablespoons. I only used 1, so I went ahead and just cut that serving size in half. So you can see there are a bunch of different ways to log stuff into your MyFitnessPal. You don't have to be married to the serving size. You don't have to be married to the grams. You can kind of do a combination of both to get you to the most accurate answer possible. I did add that turmeric in there, but again, we're not gonna worry about that because it's not caloric, and we'll talk more about that in another video. And then the last thing we'll do is just hit this triple berry blend in here, and we'll scan it. Cup, so you can change this to 1 gram, 1 ounce, 140 grams, whatever. I'm gonna leave it at 1 cup and then just cut the serving size in half. And then you can see I have a whole shake here. And up at the top, it's gonna give you how many calories you've used for the day. So I've used 333 calories for my day so far. And then the last thing I'm gonna show you, if I turn this off, is if you flip your screen on your MyFitnessPal, it's gonna show you all of your macronutrients that you've used up at the top here. So I've used 333 calories, 40 carbs, 11 grams of fat, 28 grams of protein, 600 grams or milligrams of sodium, 13 grams of sugar. So that shows you the totals up at the top there, which is really helpful too, because it's not gonna show you it this way. So the next thing you can do, just to kind of find out where you're at for the day, is you can go up to your nutrition. This is gonna give you more of that information that it gives you when you flip it to the side. And it's also gonna give you your micronutrients here at the bottom. So you can see your sodium, potassium, A, C, calcium, and iron, and how much you've gotten. And then another thing that I really push my clients to look at is the fiber option. So all of this already gave me 15 grams of fiber for my day. The goal is 20 to 30. Again, because I'm a plant-based person, I tend to go over that because I do eat a lot of fibrous vegetables and things like that. But I think the last statistic I looked at showed that the majority of us, especially in the US, get like maybe 14 grams of fiber a day. Super important for your gut health, super important for just regularity and feeling not bloated and things like that. So I've already knocked out 15 for my day, which is awesome. And then you can go over to your calories option here. So all of my calories have been spent on breakfast so far, but this will break down into a graph once you get through the whole day. And then it's gonna give you your macros too. So I'm at 43 grams, or 43% I've used on carbohydrates, 30 on protein, and 27 on fat so far. So that just gives you all the different outlooks you can have on your MyFitnessPal. And then how do I stop screen recording? Sick. God, that's amazing, the screen recording thing. Yeah, I'm like so blown away by it, also scared. Yeah.